Welcome to Bear Lake High School Baseball. Today from American Falls. This is Jared and Lisa bringing you the first baseball game we've been able to make it to this year. Either weather or conflicts with softballs kept us away. When we have to choose, we try to choose the team that's either home or the team that's playing a district game. And today, we're at baseball. Softball's down the road here in American Falls as well. But we're at the baseball field. It's beautiful except for the wind. You can hear the wind in our microphones. Well, sorry about that. But we're just about ready for baseball. Dominic Chesler will be on the mound.
Oh, now you can. Sorry.
Welcome to Bear Lake Baseball. I just gave the best pregame show you've ever heard. It's Jack Hume fouls off pitch number 1, and Dominic Chesler, the pitcher for the American Falls Beavers, that was the first pitch of the game. Jack Hume, the batter for the Bear Lake Bears. And on deck is Tate Ewing. We'll have updates from the softball game, which is just down the road, about a 5-minute drive from here. Hume is going to drive that one into right field. That's going to fall, and it's fair. He'll be going 2, probably going 3. Hume is headed for third, and let's see if they keep him at third. They will with the stand-up double. And that's the way to start the game with the line drive down the first baseline. Long run for Rascone, and Hume walks into third base with a triple. And that will bring Tate Ewing, who's playing center field today for the Bear Lake Bears, the junior Jack Hume led off. Junior Tate Ewing, the number 2 hitter. And early in this game, the Bears in scoring with a runner in scoring position. Ewing just needs to put a ball in play to score a run here, and he's going to swing and miss. Oh, it's going to trickle foul. Looked like a swing and a miss, but it trickled out of the batter's box down the baseline, foul. And if you're American Falls, you're probably grateful that one trickled foul, because that would have been a decision. You throw to first to get the out, you probably give up a run. If you don't throw to first to save the run, then you have runners at first and third with nobody out. So that trickle foul there. Ewing's got an on-base percentage of .475, so he's on base this year almost half the time he comes to the plate in his 31 at-bats here in the, I'd say, early season, because this is the first game we've done. And that's going to be a ground ball down to third and over to first, but not in time. He hesitated, thought about coming home. And the ground ball to third scores a run. And Hume is in, and Ewing's down at first, still nobody out. 1 run in, 1 runner on. Yoshimura, the batter, in the number 3 spot. He's got an on-base percentage of .500, so he's on base half the. Inside hitting, hit by pitch. He'll scamper on down to first. So 3 batters and 3 base runners, now runners at first and second with nobody out. And cleanup hitter and today's pitcher, Dax Perkins, who's got an on-base percentage of .635. Not the person you want to bring up there with no outs and runners at first and second. 1 run already in for the Bears here in the top of the first inning. Bears lead at 1-0. Chesler steps off, gets the runners to go back. Now he's getting the sign from the catcher. Ewing taking his lead off from second. Yoshimura with a big lead over at first. Here's the pitch. And swing and a miss by Perkins for strike 1. Perkins, as I mentioned, is going to be pitching today, and he's hitting in the cleanup spot. Tyken Carlisle on deck. It's nice to be able to say Hume and Carlisle's names during the basketball season. They were what we called the cripple crew, as they both had knee injuries this year and were unable to play basketball. As that one gets to the backstop, and both runners advance on the wild pitch. So now 2 runners in scoring position, and a 1-ball, 1-strike count with nobody out. And Perkins standing in there with a great on-base percentage. And that one's going to be a wild pitch. The runners stay. I think Coach Crane is frustrated
That the runners
that the runners stayed.
Hello. It would have been close. We'll give him the benefit of the doubt there. He's explaining. I want you to go.
By Tate Ewing's reaction over there at third, I think he was frustrated with himself. He didn't go. So here's the 2-1 pitch inside. It's now 3-1 after getting ahead in the count. Chesler has thrown 3 straight balls and at risk of loading up the bases here with nobody out, and Carlisle coming to the plate. Carlisle hitting in the number 5 spot today. Here's the pitch. Outside, ball 4, bases loaded. Triple, fielder's choice, hit by pitch, and a walk. Bears have scored a run, and they have the bases loaded with nobody out. Tyken Carlisle coming to the plate. So Perkins down at first, Yoshimura at second, Ewing at third, and Tyken Carlisle, the batter. He takes low.
Ooh, it looked pretty to me.
Low
good
for
eye.
ball 1. We hope
Good thing I'm not an umpire.
We hope you have a better view than we've had in the softball games. In softball games, most of them we've been in the outfield today. They got some bleachers up here high right behind the plate. We took advantage of it. Swing and a miss for strike 1. 1-ball, 1-strike, nobody out. Bases loaded full of Bears. Tate Ewing, the runner down at third. He scored. He has the RBI on the ground ball to third after the leadoff triple by Jack Hume to start the game. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Called strike. Inside corner.
I thought that was going to hit him. I need to get my eyes checked. That's what I'm hearing. I am sitting just to the right of the plate, so I'm off a little.
1 ball, 2 strikes. And
there
that's
you
going to
go.
be a line drive. It's going to trickle. It's going to go off the glove of the second baseman. They will get the out at second, but a run will score. So I guess you call that a fielder's choice. Where they did get an out, I can't really call it an error. The line drive hit off the glove of second baseman Hess. So now runners at first and third with 1 out, and Mason Bloxham, the freshman, is the DH today. Dax Wood will be playing left field defensively. On deck is Jace Transtrom, who will be the catcher today. But runners at first and third, 1 out now, but 2 runs in already for the Bears here in the top of the first inning. Runners at the corners for Bloxham, the DH. Bloxham got an on-base percentage of .375. I don't have batting averages, but I do have on-base percentages. And that one's a throw over to first. Carlisle was back easy. Yoshimura had to stay as the first baseman made a good play on the ball. That's a swing and a miss. Carlisle down to second easily. So now 2 runners in scoring position. Carlisle at second, Yoshimura at third, 1 out for Mason Bloxham, the batter. No balls, 1 strike. Here's the pitch. Ooh, called strike. Inside corner, and on the low side of the inside corner for a called strike. I wouldn't have swung on that one either. I'm not saying it wasn't a strike, but it's one I would have probably let go.
Well, we already know we can't trust my judgment.
So here's the 0-2 pitch, and it's fouled back off the backstop for a redo. So still no balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Runners at second and third, 2 runs in. And the freshman blocks him in the box. Bloxham's had a good year. He played a little bit of varsity football as a lineman. He qualified for state and did well up there. Made it to the second day as a wrestler, as that one was inside for ball 1. And now here he is as a freshman DHing on the varsity team in baseball. And he swings and misses, sits down. That's strike 3, but it was a drop, 3rd strike. They go to first to get the out, and the run will score. Yoshimura slides in. So a strikeout ends up in an RBI. as the drop third strike. They get the out at first, but the run scores. And Carlisle moves to third. And so that brings Transtrom to the plate. Transtrom has got an on-base percentage of .413, so still getting on base quite a bit this year. And he's got a runner down at third, chance to put another run up there. That one takes high and inside for ball one.
We were just talking about the Angels and the Braves having a bench-clearing brawl because one got almost hit in the game last night, and these ones are just as close. They're scaring me.
Here's pitch number 2. It's in the dirt. Nice block that back there by the catcher, Hensley, for ball 2. He kept it in front of him, keeps the runner down at third. So 2 balls, no strikes. Runner at third, 2 out, 3 runs in already for the Bears. Top of the first inning here on your Bear Lake Memorial Hospital scoreboard. Here's pitch number 3 of the at-bat from Chesler, and that one is up and away for ball 3. So after striking out Bloxham, he's pitched 3 straight balls to Jace Transtrom, the senior catcher. Here's the 3-0 pitch. He's already walked 1 in the inning. That one's in there for a strike.
You have to let that one go because you're so far ahead in the count. But
yeah,
that was a pretty pitch.
Transtrom taking all the way there. Gets the first strike call, 3-1 count with 2 outs now. He still has a pitch to play with. Still can look for his pitch right here. Chesler has to be a little bit careful. And he hits him.
Right in the head. It's a good thing they wear a helmet.
That is ball 4 and hit by pitch. So Transtrom will go down to first base, and Ryland Wolstenhume will come to the plate, hitting in the 8th spot. Runners at the corners again. So Transtrom likely on the move here. And we're going to have a courtesy runner. Transtrom will come get the catcher gear on, speed things up a little bit. That's number 24. Which is Price, is your courtesy runner down there at first. Carlisle still at third, thrower to first, not in time. Price back easily. You got to be careful. Those throws got to be accurate when you're doing that when you got a runner at third. But you're trying to keep that runner at first close, because if you let him steal, now you got 2 runners in scoring position and a base hit scores 2. Here's the pitch. Runner is going. Throw is not going to be in time. In fact, it's going to go into center field, and Carlisle will score easily. And Price is down to third. So the stolen base by Price, Carlisle scores. And Price moves to third. So now the 1-0 count. That one's in the dirt, but kept in front by Hensley, the catcher, for ball 2. Now 4 runs have scored in the inning, and Price down at third could be run number 5. And Cameron Roberts, the number 9 hitter, is standing in the on-deck circle. So the Bears threatening to bat around here in the first inning. A swing and a miss right there from Wolstenhume. Wind really picking up right now. Ball to the outfield is going to be trailing off to right field with this wind. Here's the 2-1 pitch with 2 outs. Swing and a miss. And we'll have a 2-2 count with 2 outs. Chesler trying to get out of the inning with no more damage. Price, the runner down at third, the courtesy runner for the catcher, Transtrom, who was hit by a pitch, and that's going to strike him out. Outside corner, sits down Wolstenhume. 2 strikeouts in the inning, but the Bears do score 4 runs and lead it by a score of 4-0. We'll be back with the bottom of the first inning right after this on the SBI Sports Network.
I'm John Penn, Doctor of Osteopathic Medicine, DO. Interacting with wonderful people every day, being able to maybe make a small impact in their lives for good. I don't think that life gets any better than that. I am really excited to be here practicing in Bear Lake and be a good source for you and your family to take care of your healthcare needs.
Bears score 4 in the top of the first, take the 4-0 lead. Nice leadoff hit by Jack Hume, tripled down the right field line. The Bears sprinkled in some base hits, some walks, some hit by pitches, some stolen bases, and score 4 to take the 4-0 lead. Dax Perkins will take the mound for the Bear Lake Bears, the sophomore pitcher and the senior catcher in Jace Cranstrom, who was one of those hit by pitches in that last inning. Throw down to second. We'll get the inning started. Coming up for the American Falls Beavers to start the bottom of the first is the catcher Hensley. Did a good job blocking balls behind the plate. Did have the one throwing error when trying to get the runner stealing second, and the ball trailed on, went out to center field. Allowed a run to score, but he had a good inning behind the plate, blocking a lot of wild pitches. Hensley will be the leadoff pitcher. Perkins, the pitcher. That one's a little bit low, ball 1. Perkins, one of the runs that came around to score. And actually, no, he got thrown out in second after reaching on a walk. Called strike. 1-1 pitch coming up. Nobody out. Bottom of the first inning, Bears lead 4-0 on the Bear Lake Memorial Hospital scoreboard. Bear Lake Memorial Hospital, you can count on them to care. Visit them at blmhospital.com. That one's fouled back. Cleared to the other park. And it's 1 ball and 2 strikes to the leadoff hitter Hensley, the catcher for the Beavers today. Perkins working quickly, delivers, swing and a miss. It's going to be a drop, 3rd strike. Cranstrom will come up, easily throw down to first in time. And the first batter is retired on a strikeout. Lincoln Hess, the second baseman, will now come to the plate for the Beavers. Here in the bottom of the first with 1 out and nobody on after the leadoff strikeout by Perkins. Fooled him. The breaking ball that hit the dirt. And Hess will be the batter. 4-0 is the score. So we'll call that a Phillips 66 use save strikeout. And there's a call strike to batter number 2, Lincoln Hess. You say Phillips 66 live to the full, where your convenience is our pleasure. We'll give them credits for strikeouts today. That one's high for ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Nobody on. Bottom of the first, Bears lead at 4-0. Here's the 1-1 pitch, and that one's fouled back towards us. I think we're in a safe spot right here. I think the backstop would stop most of them, but it's a 1-2 countdown. Nobody on, 1 out. Here at the bottom of the first. And that's going to be a line drive, and Yoshimura will make easy work of that. And he did make that look pretty easy. That one looked like it might make it into left center field. He trotted over there, jumped, caught it. Like, yeah, I do this every day. So 2 outs. Chesler, the pitcher, the batter now with nobody on, and 2 outs here at the bottom of the first. Nice pitch from Perkins for a called strike. Here's the 0-1 pitch. It's going to be a ground ball, fielded by Roberts over to first in time.
Great stop.
Nice defensive play there by Roberts. And 1, 2, 3 go the Beavers in the bottom of the first, and we'll go to the top of the second. Bears leading 4-0 right after this on the SVI Sports Network.
Bear Lake High School sports on SVI are presented by Gary H. Tusher, CPA, bookkeeping, tax returns, and payroll. Mountain Valley Dental, creating healthy smiles for Bear Lake Valley and beyond. Lenhart Distributing, proud to support the Bears. Flying S Title and Escrow, whatever it takes. Southeast Idaho Steel, locally produced steel signs and fixtures. And Sampson's Island Grill at 253 South 4th Street in Montpelier.
At Simplot Smoky Canyon Mine, it's not only about mining phosphate for production of crop nutrients that support western U.S. farmers and ranchers. It's about supporting our employees, neighbors, and local communities and their families. From providing quality competitive jobs to being an active partner in our local communities. Simplot Smoky Canyon Mine. Passion for people and supporting local families by bringing Earth's resources to life.
Headed to the top of the second inning, Cameron Roberts, who made that final out with the nice backhand defensive play. Down at second will be the leadoff hitter for the Bears. Bears batted around, so he is the number 9 hitter in the lineup. 8 Bears, I guess. They didn't quite bat around. 8 Bears came to the plate in the top of the first. Bears scored 4 runs, left 1 runner. And now Roberts will be the hitter here leading off the second. Roberts on the season. Like I said, I don't have batting averages, but I do have him on base. He's at 294, so about half the time he comes to the plate, he reaches his first base. And he's sitting in the 9th spot today. Junior playing second base for the Bears today. And Chesler still out there as the pitcher. Roberts going to foul that first one back just underneath it. Timing was there. He just a little bit underneath it, fouled it straight back. And it's 0-1. So the Bears able to put the bat on the ball for pretty much every batter in the game. There were a couple strikeouts in the first inning, but most were at least able to foul off most pitches. And Roberts takes that one inside. Just missed his hands. 4-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Nobody out, nobody on. First batter of the top of the second. I don't know. And that one's in there for a called strike. So now he's behind 1 ball, 2 strikes. Short swing, just put it in play now, is what Coach Crane is hoping he'll do. The 1-2 count, here's the pitch. That one's going to be good eye, outside, ball 2. Just missed. 2-2 count. Chesler, the pitcher, Roberts, the batter, bottom of the top of the second inning. And that one's high, full count. So here we go with the 3-2 count. A couple of walks and a couple of hit batters back in the first inning given up by Chesler, contributed to those 4 runs. For the Bears, who'd like to avoid putting Roberts on because Hume smashed a triple into right field his first at-bat. And swing and a miss, struck him out. So Jack Hume, who's 1 on the day with a triple to right field, came in to score the first run of the game on the ground ball to third by Ewing, his batter. He only saw 2 pitches. The first one he fouled off. The second one he drilled down the right field line. That's what we can do right here. The second time he faces Chesler. And he's going to put that one high in the air. The wind, I think, is going to save him. And it doesn't.
Right against the fence over there.
It stayed in play and just turns into a pop fly out. Right over against the dugout. I was kind of hoping the wind would take it all the way out. Ewing had a ground ball to third, reached base as they were trying to hold the runner. So run did score. He came in to score in the first inning. Is going to drill that one into right field. Be fielded cleanly out there by Rascone. But it does go as a single for Ewing. And Yoshimura, who was hit by the first pitch he saw, I think, in the last inning, and also came in to score, will be the batter. He had that good put out at shortstop on the line drive in the last inning. And Ewing's going to be into second with a stolen base. I think the throwdown actually hit him. He's standing up. I think he's okay.
He said, go back to third base, Coach. I'm good.
It was a called strike. I think Coach Crane's taking this opportunity to go out and coach him up on how he should slide there. But he's okay. Yoshimura down the count 0-for-1, but I'm pretty sure he had the take sign there, allowing Ewing to steal. So that was runner in scoring position for him. So now 0-1 pitch, 2 outs, runner at second in the form of Ewing. Chesler looking to get out of the inning. Delivers a swing and a miss. So now short and swing, Yoshimura. Let's get one in play, score a run here. 2 outs and 2 strikes, 0-2 count. Chesler has some pitches to play with. And he puts that one outside. Ewing's going, he slides, he's in there. As the throw would have been there on time, but Harris couldn't bring it in. And Ewing is in safe with a stolen base. And now the runner in third. So now you just a little small roller base hit. Scores a run. It doesn't even have to be the outfield. As long as Yoshimura is safe at first, Ewing should score here. Here's the 1-2 pitch. It's going to be high and inside, 2-2. Nice out there for Yoshimura not to fall to that high one. Pitch. Just missed high. That one, I think I might have gone for that one. That was right down the middle, top of the zone. Called a ball, 3-2. Count is full. He went from 0-2 to 3-2. Here's the 3-2 pitch. Foul ball. So we'll do it again. 3-2, 2 out. Runner at third. Ewing doesn't need to tag, so as long as that ball looks like it's going to make it out of the outfield, he should be running on the crack of the bat with a 3-2 count and 2 outs. Here's the pitch, and another foul ball. Fought that one off. That was an outside corner. Might have been a called strike, so he fought it off, stays alive. That's what you do as a batter. You make the pitcher work for it. And here's the 3-2 pitch again. 5 pitches since falling behind 0-2 that Yoshimura has made Chesler throw at this at bat. And that one's outside, and it's in the dirt. Ewing should score easily. He does. The wild pitch on the walk scores a run. So Yoshimura, that's why you fight off those foul balls, even if you can't put it in play. You put the bat on it so you don't strike out. Run scored on the wild pitch. 2 stolen bases and wild pitch after the Ewing single, and the Bears lead now 5-0. Yoshimura dives back on the throw over. Safe. And this brings to the plate Dax Perkins. Dax walked, I believe, his first at bat, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, he did. And Yoshimura going to second. He'll get there easily. Even if the pitch would have been, the throwdown would have been caught, Yoshimura would have been safe because the throw was to the outside of the base. And so Yoshimura gets the stolen base. Perkins takes ball 1. Perkins pitched a good inning, went 1-2-3 as the pitcher retired the side in order. Chance to put a run up here as the batter takes that one for a called strike. So 1 ball, 1 strike. 2 out, runner at second is Yoshimura. Bears have scored 1 in the inning. That was the run on the wild, scored on the wild pitch by Ewing. That's why you keep aggressive on the base pass. If Ewing's not at third on that wild pitch, he doesn't score. And that ball gets past the pitcher on the throwback, but right to second base, so Yoshimura has to stay there. And that was ball 2, was the call on the pitch. So 2 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs, runner at second. And Perkins ready for the pitch from Chesler. And then Perkins steps out as Chesler was taking his time. Perkins works very fast as a pitcher. Chesler takes his time. Perkins stepped out and said, hey, I've been standing here a while. I'll step out, reset things. 2 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. Runner at second. 1 run into the inning. Bears lead at 5-0 on Braddock Memorial Hospital scoreboard. That pitch is behind him. And I'm going to say hit it. Because it definitely wasn't ball 4, or unless it wasn't. I'm going to say hit by pitch. I didn't think it hit him, but they're not calling him back, and I only had it as a 2. It would have been 3-1 count. Nobody's arguing, so I'm going to say he was hit. And now the ball, it's going to get past. Yoshimura should score as that got past the first baseman. He couldn't make the play. Here comes the throw into home. Yoshimura scores, and the ball goes past the catcher on the throw to home. And so Perkins scores, and we'll call that a single. It would have been a tough play by the first baseman, so I'm not going to call it an error. I'll call it a single. And then 2 run scores. Yoshimura came in, and then Perkins will score on the throw. So only 1 RBI for Carlisle, who advanced to second on the throw. So 2 runs score. After getting the first 2 outs of the inning, 3 runs have now scored for the Bears, and a runner in Tyken Carlisle is at second base with Mason Bloxham, the DH today, coming to the plate. The freshman struck out in his first at bat. That was a drop third strike, so a run did score in the first inning when Bloxham was at the plate, because they had to throw down at first to complete the strikeout. And when they did that, I believe it was Yoshimura was the runner that scored on that back in the first. The Bears have already sent 6 batters to the plate because the number 9 hitter Roberts led off, and this is the number 6 hitter Bloxham coming to the plate with the runner in scoring position after the first 2 batters, and Roberts and Hume were retired. The Bears are starting together some hits, some walks, and now a chance to really break this open. If Bloxham can put one in play, if he gets to the outfield, likely Carlisle scores. So Chesler, who's already thrown 50 pitches in the game, set to come to the plate here in the top of the second. Bears already leading at 7-0. There are 2 outs. Bloxham takes that one low and away, and it allows Carlisle to advance to second on the wild pitch. Advance to third on the wild pitch. So now Carlisle could advance on a pass ball or wild pitch, could score another run. Bears have scored a few of their runs without having to put the ball in play on some pass balls and wild pitches. Bloxham swings at that one over the top of it, strike 1. Swing and a miss. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. He did strike out in the first inning, but overall in the season he's got about a .375 on-base percentage. And that one is in the dirt again, and Carlisle will score easily as that one popped high in the air, and Carlisle was 2/3 of the way home before the catcher even found where the ball went, because it just kind of took a weird hop. So the Bears have plated 4 runs in the inning after having the first 2 batters get out. Bloxham, 1 is up in the count, 2 balls and a strike. Swing and a miss on that one, so 2-2. So Chesler has a chance to sandwich 2 strikeouts, 1 to start the inning, 1 to end the inning, but in between, 4 runs will score, and he does just that. Gets the swing and a miss and ends the inning. But the Bears do put 4 runs across the plate. 2 out rally there, scores 4. The Bears lead at 8-0, moving to the bottom of the second inning right after this on the SVI Sports Network.
Our PT department is comprised of physical therapy, occupational therapy, speech therapy. We also have pelvic floor that we do. Physical therapy helps in multiple settings. They assist in the skilled nursing facility, the manor, the home health, along with helping out with both pre-operative and post-operative. Make sure that you have the best outcome with your surgery and your way of life going forward.
Hi, I'm Dr. Reynolds. I work here at Bear Lake Memorial Hospital. I'm a family physician trained in rural family medicine, and then I also do sports medicine. I grew up in Provo, Utah, played football at BYU, medical school at the University of Utah, then did my residency at the Family Medicine Residency of Idaho, and then after residency came here. I love the beauty, the place geographically here. I love the people, and I love that there's a certain type of get-it-done person that lives here and thrives here. Really any sports me and my family love. Jet skiing, being on the lake, ATVs, power sports, that kind of stuff. I think what I want you to know more than anything else is that I'm here for you, that I take that duty to you very seriously, and I want to provide you with the information or the guidelines that you need to make a good decision and that I have your best interest at heart.
Swing and a miss for strike one as we start the bottom of the second inning. Bears lead it on the Bear Lake Memorial scoreboard by a score of 8-0. The Phillips 66 safe strikeout ended the top of the second inning. There's a high fly ball to center field, but it looks like it's going to be an easy out. Tate Ewing, who started the two-out rally in that last inning, makes the catch and retires Parrish, the number 4 hitter. That'll bring up Rascone, the right fielder, hitting number 5 in the order for the Beavers today. And did he go? I think I'm going to say he held back ball 1. So 1 ball, no strikes, 1 out, nobody on. Swing and a miss on that one. As the pitcher Dax Perkins, the sophomore, has sat the Beavers down in order so far. Inside on that one, ball 2. 2 balls and a strike. And Perkins was hit by a pitch in his last at bat, so he's been on base twice. And a ground ball is going to be to Yoshimura. He's up with it over to first in time. So Yoshimura has had a couple opportunities so far in the game, has made the most of them. And here's the number 6 batter, Kelsey, the first baseman, coming to the plate in the bottom of the second inning, with the Bears leading it by a score of 8-0. Perkins delivers low for ball 1. Transtrom, the lone senior, if I'm not mistaken, I don't think I've missed anybody, the lone senior in this lineup for the Bear Lake Bears. The catcher, and that's going to be a ground ball. Yoshimura takes a funny hop off the grass, gets past him. So the first base runner of the game reaches on an error. This is a tricky infield. They don't have dirt at all on the infield, like on the baselines, and that one just took a hop off the grass, didn't come up as high as he thought it would. He was in position ready to make the throw, but it just went under his glove into left field, and so reached on an error. That brings up Landon Harris, the third baseman, for his first at bat with 2 out. Strike 1, outside corner, nice pitch by Perkins. And the throw over not in time, almost caught Kelsey off balance, but he's able to, I think he was headed to second. He was able to shift his weight and dive back. Nice stop by Carlisle. And that one's high for ball 2. Sorry, for ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 out. Runner at first is Kelsey, who reached on the air. And the batter is the third baseman, Harris. Takes outside. Ball 2. Perkins has a very different style than Chesler, as that's a ground ball. Jack Hume from third base over to first in time and out at first. Perkins, like I was saying, pitches a lot faster. So the inning's over, and we'll go to the top of the third right after this on the SVI Sports Network.
Nice job, Martin. Looking good. Oh, it's the funny car guy.
Hey, you got Napa know-how too, huh?
Yep. Well, Martin does go 200 miles an hour.
Ron breaks 300 in 4 seconds.
Yeah, in a straight line. That's real hard.
You drive in a circle.
You don't even steer.
Look at me.
Hey, you
I
two.
turn left.
Don't make me go get my can.
Your can's old.
Quiet! Matlock's on!
That's Daryl's can.
Boogity, boogity!
Catcher Jay Stranderstrom will be the leadoff hitter for the Bears, hitting in the number 7 spot in the order. He'll be followed by Wolstenhume and Roberts. Stranderstrom back in the first inning, walked as part of that 4-run first inning. And he'll lead off the third inning here. The Bears have put up 4 runs in each inning And the Beavers have only had one base runner so far in the game. That was a reach on an error, but the Bears erased the threat as they got the next batter to ground out. Perkins throwing in gem of a game so far. Dominic Chesler, the pitcher for the Beavers, has thrown 55 pitches through 2 innings. And Transtrom, the Bear Lake catcher, the senior leader of this team, looking to make him throw a bunch more as the leadoff batter here in the top of the 3rd inning. Wind picking up a little bit right now, as you can plainly hear in our microphones. Sorry about that. Outside corner, called strike. 0-1. That's a great pitcher's pitch because it's far enough out there the batter doesn't want to reach out there for it, but it's going to be on the corner for the strike. Here's the 0-1 pitch, and that's fouled off, 0-2.
Hello? Yes.
All right, and set to deliver. And it is a slow roller over to 3rd base, and did he make it? No. Out number 1 there at first. Great throw by the 3rd baseman. All right, and coming up to hit is number 3. This is Wolstenhume, struck out on his first at-bat. And he gets a hit over to first base, right to him, unfortunately, and that will be out number 2. Cameron Roberts playing second base today. He's coming up to the plate.
Sorry about that. I had to take a phone call when the school calls. You never know what it could be. And so Transtrom, after grounding out, is retired. Wolstenhume retired.
No, yeah, we're up to Roberts.
And now Roberts at the plate. And he takes high. 1 ball, 1 strike. He struck out his first plate appearance leading off the 2nd inning. Here he is for his 2nd plate appearance of the day. Ooh, that was a nice curveball right there. Looked like it was going to be inside. Froze Roberts, and it's a called strike as it comes back and hits the inside corner. So 1 ball, 2 strikes. 2 out, nobody on. Bears had a 2-out rally in the 2nd inning, looking to do the same thing here. Leadoff batter Hume is on deck, and he will get a chance as that one hits Roberts.
You can wear that bruise proudly tomorrow.
And that brings Hume to the plate. He's 1 for 2. He had a triple in the 1st inning. And in the 2nd inning, his 2nd at bat, he popped out to the first baseman. So Hume looking to extend this 2-out rally as Roberts gets himself on base with a nice bruise on the left arm from that inside pitch. Throw over, not in time. Roberts dives back. So Cameron Roberts, the runner at first, the 2nd baseman today, the junior. And junior Jack Hume playing 3rd base had a nice, both these players have had nice defensive plays in the game. And Hume scored a run after that leadoff triple to start the game. Chesler trying to keep Roberts close, has thrown over there once, looked over there again. And now taking his time, getting the sign. He comes to the plate this time, and Hume swings and misses. Roberts will be into 2nd with a stolen base. And if I'm Coach Crane, I'm saying next time, Cameron, slide. That play was a little bit closer than it should have been because he chose to go into 2nd standing up. But Roberts gets the stolen base on the swing and the miss. So now he's in scoring position for Hume, who takes just outside for ball 1. That one didn't miss by much, but it did miss. So 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 out, runner at second is Roberts after getting hit by the pitch. Jack Hume, leadoff hitter and third baseman today, takes outside and low for ball 2. So 2 balls, 1 strike. And that's going to be
That's a beautiful hit right out into the hole.
A single probably, but Roberts will come in to score. So the RBI single. And the defense decides to hold the runner. And Roberts, I think, would have scored easily anyway. And Hume is down at first with an RBI single. And Roberts, after getting hit by the pitch, started the 2-out rally, and the Bears score a run. They've now scored a run in all 3 innings. And this is the second inning in a row they've scored their runs after getting behind with 2 outs and nobody on. Tate Ewing, who is 1 for 2 on the day. He had a ground ball that he was safe on a fielder's choice in the first inning. He did drive in a run. And the third baseman decided to try to get the out at home, didn't throw over to first in time. And Hume scored anyway. Ewing reached on the play. And then in the second inning, he started the 2-out rally with a single and then came around to score. That pitch is outside for a ball, and Chase Hume, Jack Hume, Chase's son. Chase is standing right there.
Chase is right there, yeah.
He slides into second with a stolen base. So now runner in scoring position. Ewing puts it in the outfield end. Hume likely scores. He's got some speed down to second. And that's going to be a high fly ball. If it's not caught, a run will score easily. Rascone back for it. It goes over his head, and Hume will score, and Ewing into second. And the fly ball is a 2-base error. Hume scores on the play, and Ewing into second. And that'll bring Yoshimura to the plate. He has been at the plate twice. He's hit by a pitch and walked, so he's 0 for 0 on the game officially. Takes high for ball 1. That's one of those, if you're the pitcher, you're like, to the last 2 batters, that's an easy strike. To Yoshimura, he's a little bit shorter, so that was the ball. So 1 ball, no strikes, 2 outs. Runner at second. That one's a called strike.
Yep.
And after Roberts gets hit by the pitch and starts the inning off, the Bears scored 2, looking to add more to it. That one's low and away. 2 balls and 1 strike. I was hoping where we're here at the baseball field, not the softball field that's right on the reservoir, we wouldn't have the American Falls wind. Guess what? Guess what? We have the American Falls wind. That one's low for ball 3. So Yoshimura has been hit by a pitch and walked in this game, and looking to get another walk right here. 3-1 count. And that's a called strike, so that one will load the count. 3-2. And now the runner at second, Tate Ewing, can be really aggressive with a full count, 2 outs. Here's the pitch, and it's going to be a line drive and caught by the shortstop.
Nice
right at him. And so that will end the inning. And that's only fair because Yoshimura did that at shortstop himself. So we're going to the bottom of the third. The Bears do score 2 in the top of the third to take the 10-0 lead on the Burdick Memorial Hospital scoreboard. We'll be back with the bottom half of the third inning after this on the SVI Sports Network.
Our PT department is comprised of physical therapy, occupational therapy, speech therapy. We also have pelvic floor that we do. We have very competent and successful providers that provide the best care possible. Physical therapy helps in multiple settings. As a hospital, we're really proud of what we are able to provide. It's an all-encompassing department that is very, very much needed.
We take all the decisions and explain them and make it easier for everybody to understand.
We bring a uniqueness to it, and we try to make sure everything is positive and happy and people have a good experience.
People come in and sign papers and they leave and they're happy, they get their house.
When we hand you that deed to your home, there's not going to be anything that's going to come up later that's going to hurt.
Of 10-0 on the Bear Lake Memorial Healthcare scoreboard. Bear Lake Memorial Healthcare, you can count on them to care. Visit them at elmhospital.com. Worth, the center fielder, getting out from the left side of the plate, is the number 8 hitter in the lineup and making his first plate appearance of the day. Swing and a line drive into right field. It's going to one hop, get over the head of Wolstenhume. So it was a single, but he'll go to second on the air.
It was a great throw. Getting in quickly.
The line drive, and Wilson looked to be in great position to make the play. It took a high hop, went over his head, and a runner in scoring position. The leadoff hitter, Worth, down at second base. This brings up Taylor, the designated hitter, hitting in the 9th spot for the Beavers. That's their first base runner to get past first base. It's their first base hit of the game. Is their only other base runner. Reached on an error. And he takes high for ball 1. Taylor, the number 9 hitter in the lineup. Swing and a miss. And Worth standing down at second. Bears lead at 10-0. American Falls trying to fight themselves back into it. And that one was a slow one and high. Perkins trying to get to swing at a changeup. And it's 2 balls, 1 strike. That's a call strike. Nice pitch by Dax. He's had a gem of a game pitching. He's only thrown 27 pitches now through 2 innings plus. And gonna get the slow rolling ground ball. He'll go over to third, and Bears will record the out. Nice play there by Perkins. Nice tag by Hume, and the ground ball back to the pitcher. It eliminates the lead off, the advanced runner. And that goes and takes us back to the top of the order as Worth is retired. Taylor's now at first. Hensley, the batter, with 1 out. And he struck out in his first at bat. He's down 0-1 here. A nice stop on that play to keep the ball in front of him by Transtrom. Now that ball's high for ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 runner on, 1 out. As Taylor's down at first. That one's high. 2 balls and a strike. Hensley had a USAA Phillips 66 strikeout in his first at bat. As Perkins sat him down to start the game. Here he is swinging and missing on that one in his second at bat. Now it's a 2-2 count. The catcher today for American Falls has been busy back there behind the plate. Here's the 2-2 just outside, 3-2. Good job by Trent to go out there and get that in front of the runner at first base. Here's the full count pitch, 3-2. Swing and a miss, got him to strike out. That's the second USAA Phillips 66 strikeout of the game for Hensley. So Perkins gets another strikeout. He's had a good game. He's yet to allow a base runner. He's played good defense. He's pitched well. He does have a base runner at first, but he's yet to allow a run. And that one just missed for ball 1. High.
Update from softball. Top of the third, Bears lead 3-2.
And that's a high fly ball to the center field. And Tate Ewing is under it. Good play in left center to retire the side. And the Bears defense coming up big as Ewing gets the catch. So a fun one going on over there at the softball game. And a good one going over here for baseball as they lead at 10-0. We'll have the top of the 4th inning right after this on the SVI Sports Network.
Bear Lake Drug in Montpelier is your full-service pharmacy, including prescription refills and medications. Bear Lake Drug also offers services such as rapid strep test, rapid influenza test, and medication synchronization. Ask your pharmacist for more details at Bear Lake Drug on Washington Street in Montpelier. Visit BearLakeDrugID.com. That's BearLakeDrugID.com. It's your local drugstore and a whole lot more. Bear Lake Drug.
Because I remember my friggin' played on that one last year. But I wasn't sure how big it was.
Yeah, that's their only softball field. This is the only baseball complex I know of in town too.
I was wondering when I...
Bear Lake Bears lead it by a score of 10-0 over the American Falls Beavers. And a new pitcher in for American Falls. It is Hensley, who has been the catcher to this point. So we'll see who comes out as the catcher. But the Bears have put up 10 runs. They've only allowed one base runner to get past first base, and he was retired on the ground ball back to the pitcher when he was trying to advance to third. The fielder's choice got him out, so the Beavers have stranded just 2. The Bears have stranded a couple, but they've also plated 10. In the last 2 innings, they've scored 4 runs in the second and 2 runs in the third after the first 2 batters were retired, so 2-out rallies have been effective for the Bears so far in this one, and they lead it by a score of 10-0. 3-2, if you missed it, was the score over at the baseball game.
Softball game.
Softball game. This is the baseball game.
Mm-hmm.
So Hess is now going to be the catcher, and Chesler, who started the game as the pitcher, moves to second base. And I think I've got everybody in their right places now. So Hensley, who started the game as the catcher, is now the pitcher. And Dax Perkins, who has pitched a great game so far, will come to the plate. And on the game, Perkins is 0 for 0. He walked in his first at bat. He was hit by a pitch in his second at bat, and he's coming to the plate for his third at bat here in the top of the 4th inning as the Bears lead it by a score of 10-0. There's the throw down to second on the warm-up, and Perkins will step into the batter's box. He's been on base both times, but have yet to have to swing the bat to do it, as he got walked and then was hit by a pitch. And he was erased trying to advance to second on one of the earlier in the first inning in his first at bat on the fielder's choice. He scored a run in his other appearance. And here he is trying to get on base for the 3rd time in the to start the 4th inning. Swing and a miss, that one. That was a big swing. That ball would have flown had he got a hold of it. But he missed it for strike 1. But you get 3 of them, so he's got 2 more chances here in the top of the 4th. And he fouls that one back towards us for strike 2. 0-2. Hensley, the new pitcher, is ahead in the count, 0-2. But the Beavers are behind the game to the Bears, 10-0. Hensley set to come to the plate. That one's inside for ball 1. So Waylon Hensley, the pitcher, is ahead in the count, 1 ball, 2 strikes to the batter, Dax Perkins, to lead out the 4th inning here. Perkins is going to drill that one to the left field, but right at the left fielder, almost in his tracks. He got a hold of it, but the left fielder hardly even had to move. Hartley just took about 2 steps back and records the out.
If they'd been on a softball field, that might have been over the fence.
It probably would have been over a softball fence.
It looked pretty.
The balls carry a lot different in baseball and softball, and the outfield is a lot bigger, about 200 extra feet back there. So Tyken Carlisle will step into the batter's box for the Bears. He is the first baseman today. He has hit the ball hard twice, reached on a fielder's choice, and singled in his 2 at-bats. Both of them have been to the right side, over towards right between the first and second base gaps. He's up 2 balls and no strikes. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. And the catcher checking his glove for a hold because that one got past him all the way to the backstop, but nobody on base, so no harm, no foul. And it's 2 balls and a strike on the swing and a miss. Hensley getting the sign, set to come to the plate. Carlisle, the batter. And that one's a ground ball. It's going to hit off the shin of the third baseman. And Carlisle looking at second, but he'll stay there at first. The hard ground ball. And he'll reach on an error on the third baseman, Harris. That got on him in a hurry. Missed it with his glove, and I think it hit off his shin and ricocheted into foul territory. Carlisle stops at first. And this brings Bloxham. Actually, I think Dax Wood is hitting for himself this time, as Bloxham went 0 for 2. And Wood will now just step in and hit for himself. And he hits a chopper down the third base line, but it's foul. And this is not, oh, there we go. I was going to say it's not letting me add Wood as a hitter, but it now does. So he's down 0-1 after the foul ball. Runner at first is Carlisle, throw over, not in time. Carlisle dives back. And we'll do it again. The 0-1 pitch with 1 out, runner at first. Bears have had base runners in every inning. They've scored runs in every inning up to this one, and still have plenty of time to do that with just the 1 out and the runner on. Another throw over to first, again, not in time as Carlisle dives back. So Wood playing left field has been kind of bored out there today. Hasn't had to do much, but he's now hitting for himself as the Bears take the blocks on the designated hitter out. And that's a swing and a miss on an outside pitch, but it gets away from the batter and the catcher, Hess. So Carlisle scampers down to second base and is now in scoring position for Wood. Here's the pitch. Outside, nice stop by Hess on that one. The umpire calls timeout to clean off the base after the outside pitch. The catcher diving for it, dirtied up the plate.
Another update, top of the fourth, still 3-2 Bears, so they held them from scoring in the bottom of the third.
So Bears and Beavers in a close one in the softball field. Bears and the Beavers right here in the baseball field, and it's kind of lopsided in favor of the Bear Lake Bears, 10-0 here in the top of the fourth. Wood hits a ground ball to the gap between shortstop and third base, and out at first. Wood advances the runner, almost beat out the throw, but the ground ball out does advance Carlisle to third and brings Transtrom to the plate. And Transtrom walked and then grounded out in his 2 plate appearances. Swings and misses at this one. And the American Falls Beavers trying to get out of the fourth inning without allowing any runs. The Bears have scored 10 in the first 3. And Transtrom pop fly, and it's going to fall right behind the shortstop, right in front of the left fielder. Just a little pop fly, scores a run. The single, and that was one of those that the shortstop's never going to get out to it. The left fielder's never going to get into it. That was a perfect spot to put it. Both of them were about 10 feet away when it fell in between them. And Transtrom gets the RBI single. And the Bears score another run. 11-0 now. And Price, the pinch runner, will easily steal second. Sorry, the courtesy runner, as it was The pitch to Wolstenhume was high for a ball, and the courtesy runner Price steals the base, so he's in scoring position now. Wolstenhume on the game has struck out and grounded out in his 2 plate appearances. That one's outside and in the dirt, and Price easily to third base on the wild pitch. So now things are precarious if you're American Falls with a runner at third, a pass ball or wild pitch would score a run. Timeout taken by the American Falls coach is Rylan Wolstenhume, looking to stay alive, get his first base hit and or a walk, keep this inning going. It would bring up Cameron Roberts, who's 0 for 1 and has been hit by a pitch, came around to score. Started the 2-out rally that allowed the Bears to score runs, 4 runs actually, in the top of the third. Top of the second is when he started that rally. So here in the 4th, Bears lead it 11-0. Wolstenhume at the plate, Roberts on deck, Price, the courtesy runner for Transtrom, who reached on that RBI single, is at third, and the Bears looking to add some more runs here as the median of the mound has been broken up. Wolstenhume steps back in the box. Hensley ready to deliver pitch number 17 of the inning to the 8th batter, the right fielder, Wolstenhume. Rylan looking for his first hit of the game. He did put it in play, but was thrown out at first in his last at bat. Takes that one outside corner for a called strike. So 2 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. Runner at third. 1 run in the inning. The Bears looking to add to that. They scored 4 in the first, 4 in the second, 2 in the third. That one's inside in the dirt, but he keeps it in front of him, does Hess. So it's just a ball. Ball 3, 3 balls and a strike. Roberts on deck looking to come to the plate and extend the inning if Rylan can reach base. And he's up 3 balls and a strike. Let's see how aggressive he's swinging right here. And he's going to drive this one into right field for a single. And a run will score. So up in the count, 3 balls and a strike. He still had an aggressive swing and drove it into right field for the RBI single. Rascone keeps him to a single, but it does score a run. So the Bears plate 2 here in the top of the 4th, and Roberts back at the plate for his 3rd at bat. He's 0 for 1, and there's the stolen base as Wolstenhume easily into second. Roberts took ball 1. Roberts' first at bat was a strikeout. His second at bat, he got hit by a pitch. This is his 3rd at bat with 2 outs here in the top of the 4th inning. He's up 1-0. Hensley delivers low and away, so 2 balls, no strikes. And Hume, who's hit the ball hard today and is 2 for 3 as the leadoff hitter, is on deck. So Roberts would love to extend the inning. Here's the 2-0 pitch. Inside 3-0. So Roberts probably taking all the way right here with a 3-0 count. He's got a couple pitches to work with. It's got to be the favorite pitch he's ever seen, or live to see another one right here. Here's the 3-0 pitch from Hensley. And it's a called strike. But that's, as a coach, you're okay with the batter taking that one. In fact, you probably maybe even told him to. Make him throw you 2 good ones in a row after going down 3-0. Don't give him something easy. So the 3-1 pitch now coming from Roberts. He can still be picky. Look for his pitch. Here's the 3-1. Ooh, just caught the outside of the plate that time. So now it's a 3-2. Wolstenhume can be a little bit aggressive from second base with a 3-2 count and 2 outs. You don't have to worry about being doubled off. And you know something's going to happen on a 3-2 pitch, full count. Hensley shakes off a couple pitches, then steps off as he didn't like what the pitches that were being called, so he'll step off the mound. Everybody resets. We'll have the 3-2 pitch with 2 outs. Bottom of the top of the 4th inning, Bears lead at 12-0. Here's the pitch. Outside, ball 4. Roberts works the walk.
Way to stay patient on that.
On base for the 2nd time in the game, and that brings Chase Hume to the plate. And Chase in the game is 2 for 3. He's got a triple.
Jack.
Sorry. I don't know why I do that. I've done that to him in basketball. I'm doing it to him in baseball. Jack is 2 out of 3. He's got a single, he's got a triple, and then he's got a pop fly out. And he's going to ground this one, and it's going to be taken by the shortstop, and he'll win the race to the bag. Just a good play by the shortstop. Took it all the way himself. So the ground ball out finishes the inning. And the Bears score 2 to go ahead 12-0. We'll be back with the bottom of the 4th after this on the SVI Sports Network.
Go here, go there, go anywhere with Phillips 66.
Live to the full with USAVE Phillips 66, where your convenience is our pleasure.
Discover your future with Simplot, where a multitude of career opportunities await. Whether you're interested in mining, agriculture, engineering, technology, manufacturing, management, or a number of additional options, Simplot offers not just a job, but a truly satisfying and rewarding career. Explore our diverse range of positions and find where you belong. Visit Simplot.com to view available positions locally and across the United States. That's Simplot.com, a world of career opportunities.
Dax Perkins still on the mound. He's only thrown 36 pitches through 3 innings. He'll face Chesler, who started the game as the pitcher for American Falls. Chesler's 0 for 1. He grounded out to second in his lone plate appearance back to end the 1st inning. Swinging on the first pitch, it's a pop fly to center field. Ewing's not going to get to it. It's going to fall for a single. That was a long way to run. It's a little pop fly into shallow center field. And leadoff hitter is aboard for the 2nd time in the game. And that brings Parrish to the plate. Parrish, the shortstop, who finished off that last inning with that nice defensive play. He's 0 for 1. He flew out to center in his lone at bat. First pitch swinging is a miss. Strike 1. So Perkins throwing a great game so far. The Bears leading at 12-0 here in the bottom of the 4th inning on the SVI Sports Network. Perkins looking for another USAVE Phillips 66 strikeout. Throws that one inside for ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Runner at first is the leadoff hitter, Chesler. Led off the innings, the number 3 hitter in the lineup. Here's the pitch, swinging a miss again. Folding, good pitch. And it's 1 ball and 2 strikes now to Parrish. And swing and a miss, struck him out. You say Phillips 66, where your convenience is our pleasure. And it was Dax Perkins' pleasure to strike out the batter right there. You say Phillips 66, live to the full. Rascone, the right fielder, coming to the plate. He is 0 for 1 in the game. He grounded out to shortstop his 1 at bat. Takes a called strike. That was a great pitch inside corner. That has been called a strike all day long for all 3 pitchers. And that was a pretty one right there from Dax. So Perkins looks at the runner at first, set to come to the plate. And that one's outside and in the dirt. Great stop there by Transtrom to keep that runner down at first. 1 ball, 1 strike. And the right fielder Rascone at the plate. Here's the pitch. Swing, ground ball to second. Bears will try to get 2, 1 and 2. Robert starts off the play. Goes to Yoshimura. He goes to Carlisle. Double play.
Nice.
Great defense by the Bears so far in this game. And double play ends the inning. 1-2-3 go the Beavers, and we're headed to the top of the 5th inning in a 12-0 ball game, which we'll have right after this on the SVI Sports Network.
Hi, I'm Dr. Reynolds. I work here at Bear Lake Memorial Hospital. I'm a family physician trained in rural family medicine, and then I also do sports medicine. I grew up in Provo, Utah, played football at BYU, medical school at the University of Utah, then did my residency at the Family Medicine Residency of Idaho, and then after residency came here. I love the beauty, the place geographically here. I love the people, and I love that there's a certain type of get-it-done person that lives here and thrives here. Really any sports me and my family love. Jet skiing, being on the lake, ATVs, power sports, that kind of stuff. I think what I want you to know more than anything else is that I'm here for you, that I take that duty to you very seriously, and I want to provide you with the information or the guidelines that you need to make a good decision, and that I have your best interest at heart.
Tate Ewing set to lead off the top of the 5th inning for the Bear Lake Bears, who lead the team by score 12-0. Ewing on the day is 1 for 3, but he's been on base all 3 times. He reached on a fielder's choice in the 1st inning, had a single to start a 2-out rally in the 2nd inning, and then reached on an error in his 3rd at-bat in the 3rd inning. So Ewing has been on base all 3 times and has a great defensive day going too, as he has locked down that center field spot, had a couple of balls that I thought were going to fall for base hits that he made into outs. So having a good day at the plate. The junior, hitting in the number 2 spot on the day, has been on base all 3 times. Hensley, the pitcher, the first time Ewing has faced Hensley, and he swings and misses at the first pitch for strike 1. So Hensley, who started the game as the catcher, this is his 2nd inning as the pitcher. He's thrown 27 pitches in the inning, gave up 2 runs in that last inning. Here's the pitch. Oh, nice pitch, strike 2, called strike. And Ewing down 0-2 as the leadoff batter of the top of the 5th inning. Yoshimura, who was the relay guy, the shortstop, took that nice throw from Roberts, turned it into a double play on the last play to end that inning. He is on deck. And that one's outside for ball 1. So 1 ball, 2 strikes. Nobody out, nobody on. 12-0 Bears, top of the 5th inning. Tate Ewing, the batter. Hensley taking his time, getting the call. Delivers. Outside for ball 2, so 2-2. Nice patience by Ewing. Bears have done this in the game. They've fallen behind a couple times as the batters and able to work some counts, turn them into hits and or walks. And Ewing looking to do that right here. 2-2 is your count. Nobody out, nobody on. Top of the 5th inning. Here's the pitch, and that one's ball 3 in the dirt. So Ewing has worked the count full. Quality at bat right here. After falling down 0-2, and has a chance to reach base for the 4th time in the game. Officially 1 for 3, but he's been safe at first all 3 times because of an error in fielder's choice. Sees that one go in the dirt for ball 4. So after falling behind 0-2, watches 4 straight balls fly by, and that brings Yoshimura to the plate. In the game, he is 0 for 1. He was hit by a pitch, he walked, and then he lined out to end the inning to the shortstop in his 3rd plate appearance. So he's been on base 2 out of the 3 times he's been at the plate. And Ewing over at first with a leadoff walk. Yoshimura is the batter. Hensley taking his time. Comes to the plate. Low for ball, and Ewing will steal second base. So nice steal by Ewing and a runner in scoring position. 1 ball, no strikes to Yoshimura.
Nope, 1 strike. He called that a strike.
Called that a strike? Okay.
He did.
That one's a ball. So now 1 ball, 1 strike, no outs. Runner at second is Ewing. On deck is Perkins. Carlisle in the hole. Yoshimura, the batter, playing shortstop today. He's had a good day defensively. And he takes outside for ball 2. So 2 balls and a strike with nobody out. And that one's behind him, and Ewing will take third easily on the wild pitch. So now a wild pitch or a pass ball or even a fly out likely scores a run with the runner down at third, nobody out. And Yoshimura, the shortstop for the Bears, the batter. Here's the 3-1 pitch, and he's going to foul that one off into the other field. Full count. Second full count of the inning. Ewing worked his full count for a walk. Let's see what Yoshimura does as the batter. Hensley, the pitcher, in his second inning work, gave up 2 runs in the 4th. Here's the 3-2, and that's going to be another foul ball. Fought that one off. That one's probably a called strike on the outside corner. That's one that's close enough. You got to go out there and get it. He fouled it off the right side.
Ball flew forever. Just went outside. Fits.
So here's the 3-2 pitch. We'll do it again.
Oh.
And called strike. That was a great pitch.
Yeah.
It looked like it was
looked
going to
high.
be inside. Yoshimura actually started to back away, thinking it was going to be ball 4 and might even hit him. And it came in, dropped in there for a strike. Nice pitch there by Hensley. To get the USAVE Phillips 66 strikeout. USAVE Phillips 66, live to the full, where your convenience is our pleasure. Dax Perkins has walked, was hit by a pitch, and then had a fly ball to left field in his 3 at-bats. If he has another fly ball like he did last time, he'll score a run here as the runner at third is Tate Ewing, who would easily be able to tag up on anything to the outfield. And he takes outside for ball 1. It trickles past the batter, and the catcher, and Ewing walks back to third base. In top of the 6th inning over at the softball field, their game is going fast, and it's still 3-2 Bears. That's a battle over there.
Yeah, it is.
Defensive battle happening. Here, the Bears lead at 12-0. And that one's inside. Perkins almost wore a second one. So 2 balls, no strikes. The first one that hit him went behind him and barely caught his jersey. Doesn't want to wear another one. He's pitching a good game. He'd like to stay out there. Takes strike 1. I thought that was going to be 3-0, but it caught the outside corner. So 2 balls, 1 strike, 1 out. Runner at third in the form of Tate Ewing. Dax Perkins, the pitcher, the cleanup hitter, is going to swing and miss for strike 2. 2-2 count. You get 3 of them, you don't need to hit every one. And Perkins stands back in there in a 2-2 count. Carlisle on deck, Ewing down at third. That's going to be a high fly ball into right center field. And nobody's going to get to it. Perkins is on his way to second. He'll have a stand-up double. And Ewing will trot in from third. And that was a high fly ball that just kept trailing further and further into right center field. And it goes as a double. Ewing scores easily, and the Bears go up by a score of 13-0 with a runner at second. Carlisle at the plate, just 1 out. Carlisle is 0 for 1, but he has reached twice. I mean, 1 for 3, but he has reached twice, as the second time he reached was on a fielder's choice. In fact, he's been on all 3 times because the first one was a fielder's choice as well. So he's been on 3 times, even though he's only got 1 successful base hit. Here's the pitch, and it's a ground ball, foul ball. So 1 ball and 1 strike now to Carlisle. And the runner at second is Perkins after his RBI double. Just the one out was the strikeout. And Carlisle fights this one off. It's going to be a slow roller. It's going to trickle foul, which is good for both teams, because Carlisle stayed in the box and didn't run, so he was going to be out first easily. But it's good for American Falls because Perkins had rounded third and there was nobody covering home, so he would have scored easily on the slow roller ground ball, but it just goes as a loud strike that could have been an out for the Bears, but a run scored for the Bears as well. So I think both teams were happy that was a foul ball. Here is the 1-2 pitch. And the throw to second, not in time. Perkins back. So here's the 1-2 pitch from Hensley.
Ooh.
And it's going to hit Carlisle. His teammates were kind of heckling him in the dugout.
He gets hit every game, apparently, is what we're told.
So Dax Wood, who started the game with a designated hitter hitting for him, and he's going to, this is his second at bat, he's going to pop it into center field. I think it's going to fall. It does. Perkins going to score from second. Carlisle had to tag up, but is able to still make it to second. So Dax Wood lead off. First pitch swinging, pops the ball into center field for a RBI single. Perkins was running aggressively on the hit and scores, and the Bears go up 14-0. So the Bears have scored at least 2 runs in every inning of this game. And Jace Transtrom, the senior catcher for the Bears, who's 1 out of 2 on the day, he walked, grounded out, and singled, is now the batter with runners at first and second. And he's going to ground this one to the pitcher. He'll just go to first for the easy out, but the runners both advance. So the ground ball out at first does advance the runners as Hensley, the pitcher, fielded it, decided just to get the easy one. But now 2 runners in scoring position for Ryland Wolstenhume, who had a single last time he was up there. Line drive into right field. If he does that this time, it would score 2 more runs, as the Bears already lead at 14-0. Ooh, takes that one inside for strike 1. Called strike. That's the pitch that a lot of them have watched today, and a lot of them have been called strikes today. That was the one that got the strikeout earlier in the inning. So the Bears, with 2 outs, have already scored 2, looking to score 2 more. Ryland Wolstenhume, the batter, Hensley, the pitcher. And Wolstenhume swings at that one and misses, so 0-2. Bears have fought themselves out of a lot of 0-2 counts today. Been very patient batters. In fact, Ewing, with the leadoff walk that came in to score eventually, was down 0-2 and earned himself a walk. Wolstenhume ready for the 0-2. Hensley delivers. Swing and a ground ball right back up the middle. It'll score 2 runs as Carlisle comes in. And the throw is going to come to home, but not in time, as Wood scores. And that's going to allow Wolstenhume to go to second. So the 2 RBI single on the hard ground ball right up the middle. And 2 runs score. And Wolstenhume advances to second on the throw. And the Bears lead it by a score of 16-0. Meeting at the mound. I think we're going to get a new pitcher. We'll see what the defensive substitutions look like. And is that number 6? The new pitcher is going to be third baseman Harris. And Hensley will move over to third base. So Wolstenhume with the 2 RBI double. Right back up a single right back up the middle, then he advanced to second on the throw. Scores a couple runs. The Bears go up by a score of 16-0, and Roberts comes to the plate. Roberts has been on base a couple times today. He's 0 for 1, but he was hit by a pitch and walked, so he's been on base twice in his 3 at-bats. And Harris, the third pitcher of the day for the American Falls Beavers, taking his warm-up pitches. And on deck will be Jack Hume, the third baseman for the Bears. And at the plate, Cameron Roberts. And Roberts would like to get himself an RBI. If he puts one in play here, it could score Wolstenhume from first. But the new pitcher still taking his warm-up throws from second. Could score Wolstenhume from second. I know what I'm saying. So Roberts watching the pitcher warm up will be the batter. Bears have scored a lot of runs today with 2 outs. They put the ball in play well. And Harris has a couple more warm-up pitches coming. We'd like to thank our sponsors today. Our scoreboard sponsor, Bear Lake Memorial Healthcare. You can count on us to care. Visit them at blmhospital.com. You save. Phillips 66, live to the full, where your convenience is our pleasure. Gunderson's Ace Hardware, Ace, the helpful place located in Montpelier. Napa Auto Parts, that's Napa Know-How. Northern Title, good deeds done daily. Visit them at northerntitle.net. Bear Lake Drug, a drugstore, and a great deal more. Simplot, committed to the safety for their Bear Lake Valley employees and their families. Visit them at simplot.com. And don't forget, Gary H. Tusher, CPA, Lenhart Distributing, Flying S Title, Southeast Idaho Steel, Mountain Valley Dental, Samson's Island Grill, and our player of the game sponsor is Southeast Idaho Steel for all of your personalized, engraved, laser cut crafts. They specialize in laser signs. Visit them on Facebook. Wolstenhume looking to go to third, and Harris hesitated on the throw. Wolstenhume gets the steal as the pitch was outside for ball 1. And Wolstenhume with the steal, now down at third. Now a wild pitcher, a pass ball, scores a run. And a single definitely scores a run. With 2 outs, he doesn't have to tag up. Roberts going to drive that one into right field, and it's fair.
Beautiful.
It's going to get to the fence. Roberts is going to go 2. Let's see if he stops at second. He will with the stand-up double.
That was a great hit.
Line drive down the right field line is a double, and Wolstenhume scores easily. And the Bears have scored 5 in the inning and have a chance to do some more damage as Roberts is standing at second with Jack Hume, the leadoff hitter for the Bear Lake Bears. Third baseman today standing in there. Hume on the day is 2 for 4. He's got it, and Roberts will stay at second after the pass ball. Coach holding him there after ball 1. So a triple, a pop out, a single, and a ground out for Hume on the game. He's 2 for 4. And he stands in there against the pitcher Harris, who started the game at third base. Hume is going to smack that one into right center, and that one's going to make it to the fence.
Out of the park.
It's a home run. I couldn't tell if it went over or if it was a ground rule double.
It did go over.
It's a home run for Jack Hume to deep center field, right center. And he's got a home run, a double, and a single on the day. Triple and a single on the day. And that will bring Tate Ewing to the plate. The Bears have now scored 7 in the inning, lead at 19-0. Tate Ewing, who has not been put out today, he's reached every time he's come up. He's grounded into an error and grounded into a fielder's choice, but reached base both times. The other 2, he singled and walked. So he's 1 out of 3, but been on base all 4 times. Now facing Harris for the first time on the day. And Ewing takes outside for ball 1. So we picked a great day to come over here and watch the Bears baseball team play is they're having a great game, leading 19-0 here in the top of the 5th inning. The exciting game, though, is over at the softball field. Last update we had, top of the 6th inning, the Bears were up 3-2. That's a high pop fly in the infield, and it's going to be out number 3 as Ewing pops up to end the inning, but not before the Bears score 7 to go up 19-0. We'll be back with the bottom of the 6th inning right after this on the SVI Sports Network.
Here at Bear Lake Memorial Hospital, we have the honor of having a great radiology team. They've been recognized at the state level of being the best in their field. In our radiology department, we are able to provide MRIs, CT scans, X-rays, mammograms, ultrasound, echocardiograms, nuclear medicine, and DEXA scans.
Bear Lake Dental in Montpelier is where kindness and dentistry meet. Our friendly, talented team have years of experience in providing compassionate service and high-quality dental care. Dr. Micah Himmerick, Dr. Monty Weston, and a full staff of dental experts are here to help you create a new smile. Visit Bear Lake Dental at 215 South 4th Street in Montpelier, online at bearlakedental.com, or give us a call at 208-847-0153. Bear Lake Dental, creating happy, beautiful smiles.
Dax Indians, who's pitched a heck of a game so far, only thrown 44 pitches through 4 innings, has not allowed a run, has only allowed a couple hits, is ready to try to finish this one off. He's facing Kelsey, who reached on an error in his only at-bat in this game. Stepping in there. And the first pitch swinging, and it's going to be a line drive single into left field. Nice play over there by Dax Wood to get it in and keep him to a single. But the first pitch is a line drive single right between the second, third base where Yoshimura, the shortstop, and Jack Hume, the third baseman, can't do anything with it. And here's the batter. This is going to be a pinch hitter, as that is not Harris. And a swing and miss on strike 1, then ball inside. It is Wilson, number 3. And it's 1 ball, 1 strike. Nobody out. Runner at first is Kelsey, who's been on base both times. He's come up to bat today. Wilson, this is his first at bat in the game. And he's batting for Harris, who was the pitcher. But American Falls has got to score, and that's a called strike outside corner. American Falls has got to score 10 runs in this inning to stay alive, as if the run rule's in effect.
What happened?
I think they called a balk. Would have been a strikeout, but they called a balk, dead ball, and Kelsey advances to second on the balk. And then it goes as a ball. So what would it have been if Phillips 66 U-save strikeout is now 2 balls, 2 strikes, runner at second, as they called the balk. And there's a foul ball to stay alive for Wilson. So it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Runner at 2, nobody out. Bottom of the 5th inning, Bears lead at 19-0. Swing and a miss, struck him out. There's a U-save, Phillips 66 strikeout. U-save, Phillips 66, live to the full where your convenience is our pleasure. And Worth, the center fielder, who bats left-handed, is 1 for 1 on the day. He had the line drive single to right field in his first at-bat. Takes high for ball 1. So now the Bears 2 outs away from the win. Perkins 2 outs away from the shutout. Swing and a miss. And an update from the softball field. I thought it didn't come to me.
Bottom of the 6th, Bears up 7-2. They had a great inning.
And
oh, what a stop!
Roberts makes the diving stop. Gets the out at first.
Woo!
The runner does advance, but Roberts with a gem of a play.
Wow.
Makes a diving stop. hops up, gets the throw over to first in time for the out. Kelsey does advance to third, but now the Bears just 1 out away from ending this game.
That was a great stop of the ball and great. He just played that great, quick.
And a called strike on the first pitch. A ground out for Taylor in his only other at-bat in the game. And Perkins, swing, pop fly, foul ball. Perkins just 1 strike now away from the shutout. But there is a runner at third as Kelsey got that leadoff single. Advanced to second on the balk, advanced to third on the putout. And he's going to score as it's a wild pitch. And he will score easily. So the wild pitch does score a run. So the shutout is off the board. But the Bears still 1 strike away from the win, as the run rule would be in effect right here, as the Bears still lead it by 18 and only have to lead it by 10 after 5 innings to end the game. Leadoff batter Hensley would be on deck if Taylor reaches base, and swing and a miss right there. That'll end the game. And the USAV Phillips 66 strikeout. Dax Perkins, the pitcher, pitched a great game, gets the strikeout to end it, and the Bears win it by a score of 19-1. And USAV Phillips 66 lived to the full, where your convenience is our pleasure. It was a Dax Perkins strikeout.
Yeah, great day.
Dax had a great day pitching. Let's see if I can get some stats. Some pitching stats. I don't know if I have a way to see those without going out of it. But the Bears win it by a score of 19-1. We got to decide on a player of the game, a Steel Man of the game. I'll let you think while I read the ad here. The Southeast Idaho Steel, they offer a wide range of products from personalized signs to laser-made crafts, known for their metalworks and custom signs. Find them on Facebook. I got a few thoughts on this. I want to say Dax Perkins, as the pitcher, had a great game.
That's
I
what I was going to say.
Cameron Roberts had 2 great defensive plays that
that one right
were
there
crucial.
At the end.
He had the RBI double towards the end of the game, so he would be a candidate. And I think Tate Ewing had a great game defensively and was on base every time he came to the plate. But I think we'll go with Dax Perkins.
I think so. He, other than that error at the end, he basically pitched a shutout. It was a great day for Dax.
And he had
some good hits.
He gets the win. He had no earned runs, 5 strikeouts, did not walk anybody. So that definitely, you look at that stat right there.
Yep.
And you have to go with him. At the plate, he had a good game as well. He was on base 3 or 4 times. So good game for the sophomore pitcher Dax Perkins, who we're going to name our Steel Man of the game.
Yep.
And let me get to the box score here and tell you from his stats from the plate. He was also he scored 2 runs. He had 1 hit, 1 RBI, 1 walk, and I think he was also hit by a pitch. So he reached base 3 times in his 4 plate appearances, and then pitched a great game. Stayed under 60 pitches in getting the win, 19-1, and that 1 run was unearned because he advanced to second on a balk and then scored on a wild pitch. So 1 earned run is all he gave up. Great game pitching, great game at the plate. Other good hitting, Jack Hume was 3 out of 5 with that home run. Tate Ewing was 1 out of 4, but he reached base every time because he hit the ball hard, and so they never did put him out. Yoshimura was on base a couple times with some walks. Carlisle had 3 RBIs, and he was 1 out of 3. He scored 4 runs. He was the leading run scorer for the Bears, as he scored every time he came to the plate. Mason Bloxham had an RBI. Dax Wood had an RBI. Transtrom had an RBI. Wolstenhume had 3 RBIs on that. On his double, scored 2 of them, and Roberts had an RBI. He went 1 out of 2. So 11 hits, 15 RBIs, 5 walks, only struck out 5 times on the day. That's a great day for the Bear Lake Bears offensively. Put up 19 runs and get the win. Last update we had from the softball field, the Bears lead at 7-2 in the bottom of the 6th inning. Is that what still?
That's our last update, yep.
Last update. So good things happening for the Bear Lake Bears over there on the softball field. Great things happened here. No JV game at Eder Park today, so that's going to wrap it up for us. Thank you all for listening. Thanks to our sponsors for bringing you these games. Bear Lake Memorial Healthcare, the sponsor of our scoreboard this game and every game. And the Bears get a big win in American Falls, pick up a district win, and played great defensively. And that's where they've struggled a little bit this year. And today they had some great defensive plays. Roberts had 3 gems. Yoshimura had a great defensive day. And I already mentioned Tate Ewing, his great defensive day. And can't say enough about Jace Trenchner behind the plate.
Yep.
Kept most everything in front of him other than that one wild pitch at the end that allowed the run. It's now 7-3 in the top of the 7th over there at the so the Bears did give up a run in the bottom of the 6th, but still lead it by 4 from the softball field. We'll have to give you that final score tomorrow as we're going to sign off here from American Falls. The baseball team with the big win. Great day all around for the team. Congratulations to Coach Cameron Crane picking up the win. And we'll see you on Friday as softball is in Preston for a league game. And thank you for everybody for joining us on this beautiful afternoon. For everybody on the SBI Sports Network, this is
Lisa Hillier
and Jared Hillier saying good afternoon, everybody.
At Simplot Smoky Canyon Mine, safety is our top priority, not just for our employees, but for their families too. Our commitment extends beyond the workplace as we proudly support and contribute to the local community in meaningful ways. We're more than just a mine. We're a pillar of strength for those who live here. Discover how we make a difference at Simplot.com. Join us in fostering a safer, stronger community. Simplot